Mass media. Welcome to the King Moolah Podcast. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right. Hey, y'all. Welcome to King Moolah TV Podcast. My name is King. All right. I'm back with another one. It's, I don't think it's going to be that heavy, but it's a big one. It's a big old topic. You know, it's a grand topic. It's one of those topics that's just like, it's very broad and it can go in any direction. So I'm just going to see what I'm going to go with this and how long this is going to take. But I said it pretty much in the beginning. Mass media. And what is mass media? Well, let's break this down first. What is a mass? Mass is a lot, okay? It's a big amount. This is without definitions. Of course, but we will get the definitions to be on the same page. Okay. Mass, by New Oxford American Dictionary, is a coherent, typically large body of matter with no definite shape. Okay? Or a large number of people or objects crowded together. Okay. Merriam-Webster defines mass as a quantity or aggregate of matter, usually of considerable size, expanse, bulk, massive, quality, or effect. Okay? Pretty much the same thing. No etymology for this now, because no point. Now, media. That's the more entertaining one, right? New Oxford defines media as the main means of mass communication, broadcasting, publishing, and the internet, regarded collectively. Okay? It's a medium. It's the plural form of medium. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought, medium and medium. Wow, that's something new. Okay, so media, Merriam-Webster defines it as, let's see, a medium of cultivation, conveyance, or expression. Okay, but the first thing that they put was mass media. So I'm just going to click on that right after. It's forms of communication designed to reach many people. The newspapers, radio and television stations, websites, etc., through which information is communicated to the public using a singular or plural constructions. And that's mass media together. New Oxford, I don't know if New Oxford's going to show me. Oh, yes, it will. Okay, the main means of mass communication, such as broadcasting, publishing, and the internet, considered collectively. They said that on the other one, so that was New Oxford. So mass media is collective. It's a huge way to communicate throughout the world using various technologies to get communicate information or entertainment or, just whatever they want to communicate out into the world. Media by itself, anybody has it, everybody has it. If you have a phone that can record and that can take pictures, and then you can share those pictures online in your regular account, guess what? You are media. Okay, a mass media, however, can do this to many, many, many homes, millions and millions of ways, can transmit it millions and millions of, millions and millions, can transmit it to millions of people all at the same time. That's what mass media is. That is that powerful structure that can send information all over, and people can see it at the same time. That's what mass media, broadcasting, publishing, newspapers and radio and television, all of that, those are all mass media forms. And those have been built up over time to where you're a lot sharper, you can get things a lot faster, and that just pretty much puts into perspective of how evolved we've gotten since then. Because mass media is a big thing, okay? Television networks, we're gonna go straight into that. TV networks, if you're watching sports, or if you're watching the news events, or if you're watching your favorite shows or movies or something like that, all of that is mass media. All of it. Every single last bit of it is mass media. Okay? If you are looking for a global event or global news, one of the TV networks that usually give you that is BBC. That's usually one. More national news is more like MSNBC, CNN, Fox News. You know, that's just for us first in the US of A. But outside of that, it's usually like BBC. There's probably more. It's just BBC is the one that I commonly know. I'll look for one right now. I'll look for a different one. International TV, Global News Network. This thing want to misspell. Oh, CNN too? Oh, never mind. So CNN is also international. But it was really BBC. See, like I said, Al Jazeera, African News, Euro News, Australian Broadcasting Corporation, Al Arabiya, that's some Arab, Middle Eastern, I think. CNC World, Cuba Vision International, ERT World, France 24, NDTV 24/7, Sky News, Voice of America, CGTN. So those are, I guess, 11 that they said. No, not 11. That's 14. Excuse me, 15 altogether that I've named. So yeah, those are where you would find your international news about just international, what's going on around the world. And you get to listen to it, you get to take in information, and you get to form your own opinion, your conclusion, and, you know, just maybe connect more and research more on your own outside of those TV networks, outside of those networks. So, mass media and the influence it has over people. It really can depend on what it is, because, you know, usually if it's like a sporting event, you know, it's nothing crazy. It's sports. You know, like every time football, which is actually American soccer, what Americans call soccer, football, they have the World Championships every 4 years. I think they had one. I think they had one this year, because it's every 4 years, and it's usually on an even year, and it's not in between like a primary or nothing. So I think it was 2020, 2026, 2024. I'll just look it up. World Cup, or is it 2026? Interesting. I'm very confused. See, now it's not really saying, it's saying 2026, so it was 2022? I guess so. could have sworn it was 2020. Let me see. World Cup 2014. Was there? Oh, there was one. So it was 2014, not 2012. Let me see. Bro, I'm seeing two. So which one is it? The FIFA World Cup 2014. Interesting. Where was the one that Brazil won? 2020, 2002. I don't know. That don't sound right. That don't sound right. Okay. Anyways, what else was I getting at? I was getting at if you look at sports like FIFA World Cup or something like that. I'm sorry. I could have sworn it was 22, but now I keep seeing World Cup for these 2 years on even years, so I'm very confused because I thought it was every 4 years. Or maybe I just look up the list of World Cup finals. Okay, so 2016. No, there is no 2016 one. Sorry. 2010. 2014, 2018, 2012, 2022, and there's 2026. Okay, so it was a 2014 one, I know, and there's a 2010, and I've seen both of them. Oh, yes, the Johannesburg, South Africa one's the one I remember the most. That was the 2010 one. Yeah, so that was the one I remember the most because that's when Shakira came with This Time for Africa, Samina Mina something like that, yeah. Waka Waka A. But back to what I was saying. Its influence is really good. You know, when it's sports, it's cool. When it comes more to, like we say, the what happened from 2020 to 2022, that is, yeah, that wasn't no good. I pay attention. I wasn't really paying attention. It was mostly on social media that I was getting through the feedback. But mass media, as far as all those channels, I wouldn't really even be able to tell. But the global influence. But what I'm gonna say is the impact of the influence that during that time was probably massive. And it was really massive because I don't know if there'll ever be a time like that again where we'd see people react in such a way, negatively or positively. It was something. It was a spectacle to see. And I just seen a video recently of how, like, the beginning stages of it when we first locked down. The whole world shut down. And it was interesting just looking at people come out in like the most interesting of ways. People looking weird, people in actual physical bubble suits, and it was something to see. I don't know. That was something to see. But that type of impact was, honestly, I'm not even gonna say it was positive or negative. It was just something to see. It was a very big spectacle. The influence, though, on before that, though, well, even then I can't even say, because I have not really cared too much about mass media, just because how I see these networks can manipulate information and manipulate people using such information with like half truths or something like that, and not really care. But global, it's more so U.S. news. It's not really global TV networks. They're more so, from what I can see or what I'm just speculating, they're just a little more unbiased, slightly at least higher than the U.S. because U.S. propaganda is crazy, and that's pretty much what I'm going with. The U.S. propaganda and whatever that they going through, whatever that they doing to sway the American people and say this is that, and especially during the lockdown, the global lockdown time. Yeah, the way that they were swaying, trying to sway people, trying to fearmonger, trying to spread misinformation and disinformation, and then trying to denounce whistleblowers and trying to frame whistleblowers as bad people or people who don't know what they're talking about, or they're trying to spread misinformation. It was just a lot going on during that time. Mass media is a tool. It's a very powerful tool that many global networks have come to realize, and that many TV networks have come to realize. And with that type of responsibility, you would think they would actually want the truth to be out. But then again, when you actually understand how the world works and how certain things are being censored because of not wanting the truth to come out and people to think for themselves, you can see why they pacify us with a lot of nonsense, with a lot of distractions, with a lot of ads, with a lot of this, that, and the other, a lot of meaningless garbage things, advertisements that really don't got nothing to do with what's really going on in the world. But if I'm being honest, a lot of people have not, well, I know I haven't been tuning in. That's why I've been saying it. That's why I've been like holding back. I've been like kind of slowing down and stopping myself, because then I'm just like, but I haven't really watched for real. But I think the global viewership, well, at least in the U.S., I feel like the viewership of TV has gone down, and that could be because of streaming services. But I don't know. I just feel like more people are starting to understand the type of time that these TV networks are on, that are trying to sway people into believing certain things without actually thinking about them, sitting with them, and actually, having a mind of your own and going to and getting all their facts straight, or getting all the information and then making their own conclusion about it. And that's one of my biggest things with global media. So the impact, I feel like it's still strong. It's still very strong. It's still millions and millions of people who tune in. But there's a lot of people who are waking up and seeing that, okay, maybe this ain't the best information because they're not telling you the whole truth, or they're leaving things out. So the best thing is you can stay in tune with that by like checking in every now and then, but do not make it your whole life. Do not spend hours upon hours on these TV networks, news networks in specific, gathering nothing, because they cycle the same stories a lot. So the best thing you do, grab like a cool 30 minutes. You get to 30 minutes, you see what's going on, you keep a little bit of attention to it, and then go back to, researching, finding out the real information, finding out the true information, or putting this information that you got from the TV networks and then putting it side by side to what you found independently, and then, making your conclusions and your inferences and all of the things that you're coming up with there. Okay, because I think that is more important, and it shows that you're a thinker. It shows that you're actually trying to learn and know something. And that's how people should be. But, that ties into what they're not teaching in school, and how they're not teaching kids or students to be thinkers. They're just teaching them to be followers and factory workers that know how to punch in a clock, to work, and then punch out a clock to eat, and then punch it back into work again, and punch to go home. Like, that's what they want, that repeat cycle, and then people aren't doing any outside work outside of that. So I think it's important that people need to pay attention to this media, but also pay attention to what's going on around your local areas. And also looking into the subjects outside of TV networks, outside of global news networks, and seeing if this thing actually holds any weight, holds any substance. Because there's a lot of things that they circle around in these networks and media that does not really hold weight, and it's actually there to distract you and just to make you not really understand what's going on, because they kind of use a lot of circular reasoning, a lot of circular tactics that do not help you actually think. And that's why media is a really powerful tool, and I think it's important that you have to tread carefully when engaging in it, because mass media is very powerful, and the mind can be weak at times. So you got to be prepared. You got to train your mind to get stronger, to be able to listen, and then you be like, okay, that's all right. I'm gonna look into this, and then bam, guess what? Your mind's a lot stronger, so it doesn't just listen to it and be like, oh my gosh, that's true. Grabbing your collar shirt and, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're doing that. No. Pay attention. That's what it is. Mass media. It's a lot of media networks. There's a lot of TV networks. There's a lot of distractions out there, and I think for mass media, it's a big thing that you guys need to pay attention to. And I would seriously pay attention for real, because I ain't with mass media for real. I'm not too big. I'm not big on mass media at all, because I've been independent for years upon years before the global shutdown, before all that. I've been really looking into things and seeing a lot of this information that I've looked up years ago. Now it's actually here, and it's more, it's out there now. Now people actually can see it. And I'm glad I've been doing that on my own for so long. So and I'm glad there are people that are actually paying attention. So that's one of the biggest things in mass media that I think people should pay attention to. Just everybody needs to pay attention. That's it. No more distractions. No terrible boxing matches that wasted people's time. Literally. The only boxing matches was those two women going up against each other. That was a boxing match, and the guys before them. But the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul exhibition match, trash. No point. No point in watching. There was no point in watching. I'm not gonna think about it no more. It was stupid. They conned a lot of people. Okay, because we could see all the footage and all the nonsense that's been going on after the fact, and we watching it. The people that watch it live is just like, no, bro, like he could have did so much, and then when you play it back, he's just like, yeah, he really could have. So he's been holding. I feel like he's been holding back. He was holding back just for the money. So he lost, but he got a 20 million gain. So did he really lose? I think not. But yeah. But yeah, like I said, all the distractions, none of that, okay? All the distractions ain't worth it. And if you see the news now with the United Healthcare CEO and all that, what's going on, that's crazy. Okay? That's why, but that's something you can pay attention to. But the Diddy stuff, don't even pay attention to that no more, to be honest. It's a distraction. It really is. But that United Healthcare stuff, you can pay attention to that, and then you can also see what else can happen. Because, 2025 is around the corner. There's a lot that's going on, and Trump's about to be sworn in the presidency. 4 years of that. But it's 4 more years, or as he says, nobody not need to vote anymore. I don't know. Let's be honest, man. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. I don't. If he is, well, I'm prepared to I got things in place. I've been prepared for a while. I got so many items of reserves and emergency plans that people have been saying for years. So you got to be prepared. You got to get prepared to stay prepared, okay? Because these people, these politicians and this, that, and the other, They don't care about the people, so you got to prepare. You really do. Y'all really think that this man's gonna bring down groceries? Groceries. He ain't never groceryed in his life. He never went grocery shopping in his life, and yet somehow he's supposed to bring down groceries. Come on now. How is he gonna do that? He don't control grocery prices. Corporations control consumer grocery prices. There's no way he gonna be able to do that. Let's just stop the cap. All right. With that being said, get some sunlight, drink some water, be kind to people. It costs $0 to be kind to people. All right. And I say that to myself as well because I'm being kinder to people, and I'm not engaging in certain things that I'm picking and choosing what I want to engage in, and just keeping it cool head, and then trying to get what I need to get done. All right. So with that being said, if it's not raining, get some sunlight. If it is raining, wait till the next day, or just look at your forecast to see if there's going to be any sunshine. If there's not, you might want to supply up on vitamin D, natural vitamin D pills, natural vitamin D supplements. I mean, all right. So yeah, that being said, I'm King. It's KingMule.tv podcast, y'all. I'm out of here. Doozy.